Look at that. That's the departure.
To the hands of the Japanese, who subjected them to torture and starvation. Now there is a unique Texas connection for those of us here in Texas to the Doolittle Raiders. 13 of the 80 Raiders were from Texas, more than from any other state. 11 were pilots and 1 was a navigator. 1 was an engineer gunner, and all but 3 survived the war. 1 pilot, Dean Hallmark, was captured and executed by the Japanese. The brave Texans were inducted into the Texas Aviation Hall of Fame in 2001. With that pass that we just had, we honor the service and the sacrifice and the innovation of the Doolittle Raiders.
It's coming back around.
Well, keep your eye on the aircraft as it continues to circle to the right here, ladies and gentlemen. This aircraft in the markings of the United States Marine Corps is the Marine version of the B-25. For attack. Upon learning of this, North American engineers designed a solid nose armed with up to 8 50 caliber machine guns, a radar nose with 4 50 caliber guns, and an H model with a 75 millimeter cannon.
It's a pretty big gun.
Yep. Continue to watch as we see the Devil Dog circle behind us, but out in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, as we transition from World War II into the Korean conflict of the B-29.
Huh? You want a break?
Yeah.
You can set the tripod up here and sit while you do it.
And ladies and gentlemen, with only 2 B-29s flying in the world today, we're honored to have both of them here on the runway. Our second B-29 from the Commemorative Air Force Vintage Flying Museum in Fort Worth, Texas.
That was dark. It only saw earlier this morning. Welcome to the second one.
Here's a fun fact. The B-29 never flew in combat in Europe during World War II. It arrived too late, but it was one of the most successful, significant airplanes in the Pacific theater, particularly in the defeat of Japan. Development of the B-29 began before the United States got involved in World War II. The U.S. would need a very long-range bomber if England were to fall to the Germans, and was seen as a replacement for the B-17 Flying Fortress. Along with the B-24 were the United States' primary bombers during World War II. Since England didn't fall, the United States Army Air Corps needed a more capable aircraft for the Pacific Theater, which can fly higher and fighter and carry a larger bomb payload and can fly longer distances in excess of 3,000 miles. As Devil Dog makes their final pass by here, ladies and gentlemen, circle around to land, and we watch the B-29s out in front make their way
Something else
around.
pushing back out over there.
Was one of the largest planes of World War II.